Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a capsule makeup collection video. I've done these types of starter kit videos in the past where I really try to focus on specific needs versus trends. And this idea of having a capsule wardrobe really inspired me to create a capsule makeup collection where I really show you what I consider to personally be the necessities and also versatile enough products that you can really build off of these products and create any look you could potentially run into needing to create. So anywhere from a no makeup look all the way to a full glam going out type of look, and all those scenarios in between for everyday life. So I have a couple different options of each product, but you'll see why I like them and why I really recommend them. I know that because I have a beauty channel, I tend to try pretty much everything, new launches, trendy products, things like that. And that's so that I have the, groundwork so I can compare, contrast, recommend products, and just, be as much of a source of information and expert for you. But all these products that I try aren't necessarily things that you actually need. And I want to share with you some really great core products that are, just the ones that you'll need in all the scenarios of day-to-day life. So, let's just get started. I'm gonna start off with priming products, and this was really easy for me. I have two that I think can cover all the bases. So the first is gonna be the one from Estee Lauder. This is the Futurist Aqua Brilliance Watery Glow Primer. This has been such a standby in my makeup collection since I purchased it because it does have kind of a air of a traditional makeup primer where it does have that very slight dimethicone slip, but not as intense as a lot of other primers are. It doesn't feel mask-like on the skin, and when you do start massaging this into the skin, it almost transforms in formulation. It becomes very watery and very fluid, and it just gets quickly absorbed into the skin, leaving the skin looking visibly, bouncy and brighter. There are also, ironically enough, there is some sunscreen in this. It's not advertised, but in the ingredient list there is sunscreen. So it does just give you this really nice soft glow. There's no apparent, strobe that's going to be distracting or emphasize texture, but I do find it to be quite blurring. So on areas of my face where I have, more larger visible pores, this really helps to just smooth everything out, just get the base looking really nice and hydrated. I absolutely love it. And then the other one is the Watery Glow Makeup Serum from Laneige. This one is wonderful and quite unique because it is a serum primer. So as you can imagine, this is even more quickly absorbed into the skin and really leaves you with that visible, plump, you just got a hydrofacial skin. It's quite exceptional in that sense, and it leaves you with this really nice dew that is long lasting, although it will not conflict with whatever you put on top of it. So if you put a matte foundation on top of this, it's not going to interfere with the longevity of the product or the way the product sets down. Primers like this are more so focused on getting your skin to look better so that the makeup goes on the best version of your skin it possibly can. These aren't those types of primers that are going to shellac and completely transform your skin or hide your skin. They're just going to make you look better and get your skin, whatever it may be, prepped and ready to go for makeup application. As far as foundation goes, I really want to spotlight this one from Hourglass. It's the Vanish Stick Foundation. I think that this is an often overlooked foundation. I know there's so many new buzzy, exciting launches, but this one, it packs so much coverage in such a small swipe of product. It's creamy. Hourglass makes the most beautiful undertone foundations. They do mimic actual skin tones very accurately. And I just find this one to be super reliable. Whether I'm having a great skin day and I want barely any makeup on, I can really sheer this out and it will look very natural and skin-like. Or if I'm having a particularly, not great skin day and I really want to build up my coverage and really get, full coverage, hide the hyperpigmentation, hide the acne, the darkness, all of that. This one does it all. It really is one of those foundations that I find to be quite unbeatable in terms of if you really want a natural, realistic looking full coverage, or, you know, the versatility to really sheer it out for days when you don't want that much coverage. If you're someone who fancies a little bit more of a traditional formula of foundation and you like to be able to freestyle with the way you apply it, I can't recommend the Estee Lauder Sheer Longwear Foundation enough. Although this is a sheer product, it's marketed as a longwear foundation and it actually lives up to that. So it is part of the Double Wear line, which is known for being pretty much industrial strength, and this product is amazing. So it is sheer upon initial first application, but I do find it to be quite buildable, so you don't have to be afraid if you have a particularly, you know, finicky skin day where you really do need that extra boost of coverage. This will come in and save you. It is buildable, so if you have some problem areas, you can build it up, and you can always spot conceal if you need a little bit of extra coverage. But this really passes the test as being something that's fabulous during the summertime when you tend to have a little bit better of skin. You know, we're not quite as dry, quite as flaky, and you get a little bit of color on your skin, and you just don't want to hide how nice and natural your own skin is looking. So love this all seasons. It really passes the test of time. But this one's just perhaps a little bit better for people who like more of a traditional liquid foundation. As far as concealers go, I do have a couple different ones I want to mention. The first one being, if you are someone who truly does not have problematic skin, so you don't have much to cover, perhaps you just have a slight shadow under the eyes, the occasional spout of redness or hyperpigmentation, but overall don't find yourself using concealer very much and you just want an overall more brightened and more awake look, I think the YSL Touche Eclat is such a good way to go, because this is a very fluid, watery concealer. It just puts down a light, milky veil of coverage. It's very, very easy to work with, and it's not going to completely cover anything, but it does give you that nice light reflection, light boost. And if you're just covering up slight dark circles, you don't need much more than this. Probably not the best for any type of acneic texture or blemishes or raised skin, but in terms of just hiding discoloration, absolutely fabulous. And if you don't even really care to hide the discoloration, you just want something that's going to kind of camouflage it a bit, YSL Touche Eclat. Fabulous. The other one I really want to recommend for particularly problematic skin types, I know this helped me so much when I had a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne that I was trying to hide. It's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is very full coverage, very great for hiding anything that just really needs the works. And because this does set down matte, I 9 times out of 10 found myself not even needing to use powder with it, which was absolutely fabulous, because it is essentially kind of like a one and done product in that aspect. You don't have to, you know, go in and set it with anything. And it also is just really nice and very touch-up friendly, because it's a, you know, doe foot applicator, so I would throw it in my bag a lot, use it to hide some acne, and occasionally I would just, you know, use it for a light coverage all over the entire face. So it's versatile in that aspect. And the last one I'm going to recommend is my personal favorite concealer of all time, but it really does it all in my opinion, NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This brightens, it's creamy, it's milky, it just looks really nice and hydrating and healthy under the eyes. I find it to be, you know, just like make my under eyes look really beautiful and moisturized. I like using it for a little bit of highlight, like some liquid highlight, just to kind of, you know, bring more light to certain areas on the face. But by far has withstood the test of time. I recommend you this concealer in good faith, because it has been my absolute favorite since I tried it. Maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. I absolutely love this. It is a constant repurchase, and this concealer is like my concealer. Now when it comes to illuminators, I think this isn't going to be a surprise to a lot of you, but I do want to recommend this because I think it's really worth the splurge. And again, since I first used it, it's been a staple in my makeup. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. If there is any product that puts extra pep in my step, makes me feel a little bit more confident, really just does multiple things for me, and is also what I would consider to be a mood booster. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. The way that this illuminator works is a little bit more unique than other illuminators because it comes in skin tone shades. So versus other illuminators that come in, you know, gold, champagne, rose gold, bronze, this one, you want to choose the shade that's the most similar to your skin tone, and you can wear it essentially however you'd please. So you can wear this on its own, mixed in with your foundation, underneath your foundation, or on top of your foundation. It has a very beautiful, you know, consistent strobe throughout the product, so it's not flecky, it's not glittery, and I just absolutely adore this product. I feel like this really gives you that Charlotte Tilbury look. I think it's like Charlotte Tilbury's essence in a bottle. I can't recommend this enough. I have 3 different shades that I go between depending on the season or my skin tone. The other one I would really recommend is Drunk Elephant's Deep Bronzy. So this one's a little bit more of kind of a copper cocoa shade, and you can use this all over the face to give you a little bit more of kind of like that instant gratification bronze that's really just gonna make you look like you got a little bit of sun on your skin. You can wear it as a liquid bronzer, or you can mix it in with your base products as well. So you can mix this in with foundation, moisturizer, what have you. It still performs the same as other liquid illuminators, but it's the color on this that's really nice and pretty universally flattering. I know that most of you are probably already on the illuminator game. You probably already wear illuminator, but if you don't wear illuminator yet, I really want you to try it and incorporate it into your routine. Find a way that works for you because there's so many different ways you can use this, but I want you to try it, and I guarantee that it will just give you that extra boost and combat dullness, and it will give you more pep in your step, I promise. As far as face powders go, it's not that deep. There are good face powders and there are bad face powders, but you don't need an entire arsenal of powder in your collection. The one that I would probably recommend the most, because it can be used under the eyes or all over the face, is the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder. It's a finely milled translucent loose powder. It is silky, it is creamy, it is smooth. It will give you that airbrushed, soft looking skin if you really kind of want that, you know, Instagram, Snapchat filter skin in real life, where it just slightly blurs out pores and just gives your skin an overall noticeably smoother appearance after you've applied makeup. This is a good one. And powder is just great depending on the day. Although you may not wear it every single day, it's definitely a tool that you can use to prevent makeup breakdown, makeup migration, and like I said, overall just help give you that last finishing smoothness on the base. When it comes to blush, I feel like it is one of those products you can have a lot of fun with, experimenting with the types of tones and shades you like, but I also think it's important to have at least 1 or 2 standby shades that you know will go with any look, make you look, you know, fleshy and healthy, and just be a really great standby color. So the one that I have repurchased year in and year out when I use it up, and it's been a favorite for many years, has been Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Exposed. This is a fleshy nude with a little bit of pink to it. It never competes with anything. You can be wearing the most dramatic smoky eye or the most bold statement lip color, and to just give your face that little bit of healthy flush without overdoing it or drawing attention to the blush color, it's Tarte Exposed. This is like that sleeper blush color where you can't really tell that you've got it on, but it gives you the color in your cheeks that you need. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it just looks like a part of your face. Is basically what this shade does. Now the other one that I really like, and it's not typically a color I would go for, but it's really quite special, and especially if you have more of like an olive skin tone, brown hair, brown eyes, this is a really special one. So it's the Dior Backstage in Rosy Glow. This is the shade Coral. I am telling you, for brunettes with like medium tan skin, this coral blush is like again, like a sleeper shade. It really goes with our skin tone and it just looks like a natural flush. This one's got a little bit of like this unique kind of like pastel neon vibe to it. So it's really beautiful. It's uber flattering and just such a wonderful blush color because it gives you that like little bit of punch in the cheek that you want without distracting from whatever eye makeup you're wearing for the day or lip color, vice versa. But these two blushes, they will go with any look. You don't have to even think about it. These are just like such amazing, no-brainer, day in and day out blush shades. I'm gonna recommend one contour shade. This is Benefit's Hoola. This has been my favorite contour for years. It's not too nude. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not too neutral, it's not too warm. It just really works for my skin tone. There are different iterations of the Benefit Hoola bronzer, so you can find a different shade. Perhaps this would work for you as a contour as well, but I really don't think you need more than one contour shade. If you're lucky enough to find just a single shade that really works for you for your contour, stick with it, keep with it. I don't find myself bouncing between different contours very often, so I think one is really all you need. And on that note, when it comes to bronzers, I really think if you're lucky enough, again, to find like the perfect shade that really works for you, it's a match made in heaven. So my favorite line right now of bronzers, because I really enjoy the formula and multiple shades of these bronzers, are the ones from Makeup Forever, the Pro Fusion bronzers. They have this really unique, almost like cream, oily type of formula to them, despite being powder. So they really just blend and almost essentially kind of melt into the skin, much like a cream bronzer would. They also have a really gorgeous light reflecting finish with them. Splurge worthy, but I recommend it to you in good faith because it is a 2-for-1 and this is just like exceptional. The Tom Ford cream bronzer and highlight. So the highlight is also the next thing I'll recommend, but the cream bronzer, as long as you continuously wipe down the front of the product, you won't have issues with it getting gunked up. I keep mine nice and clean. I clean it almost every time I use it. The bronzer literally looks like skin. When you blend this out, like it becomes fused with your skin. You don't know where your skin starts and where the bronzer starts. It's so beautiful. And then the highlight is this really almost kind of like sheer, glossy, glowy highlight. This one has a very angelic look to it. Like I think of Liv Tyler in Lord of the Rings. Like it's just that very soft, kind of like glossy dew. And then my powder highlight of choice, again, have recommended this to you many times ever since I got it. It's the Bronze Goddess Heat Wave from Estee Lauder. This one has such versatility in the finish that this could be like for anyone, and it could also function as a different type of highlight for one person. So you can really sheer this out and get that nice soft glisten. You can build it up to medium intensity, where it's of course going to be a lot more noticeable and it's going to have a little bit more of a high impact, you know, reflection off of the skin. Or you can just completely build it up and you will get that glowing from outer space highlight, which some people really love. So I even like to sometimes take it on a brush that's not really dense, just kind of like a loose bristle brush, and lightly apply it all over my face, just for that light like airbrush of glow. Because the highlight has so much impact and so much pigment, you don't go through a lot of it. So it's obviously an investment highlight, but I mean, you don't have to use that much, and it's beautiful. I am not here to tell you that you need 50,000 eyeshadows, because do you? Probably not. I think that the best way to look at eyeshadows is find something that you actually will use on a daily basis based on the shades that are in the palette, and then you can buy single shadows to kind of build looks off of those. So you really just need some core shadows that can be built off of to create specific looks. So I don't think you can go wrong with the Glossier Monochromes Trios. I have the one in Teak and I absolutely love it. So the way the Glossier Monochromes work are, it's essentially supposed to be like the same shade with 3 different finishes. You can see with this one specifically, you get a little bit of differentiation in terms of the actual color in the shades. Like this is obviously way darker than that, and then you have this one which is more so in the middle, but you get a matte, a shimmer, and a glitter, and just an easy, everyday type of color scheme that you could take from day to night and feel comfortable using every single day. There's not really going to be a shade in this that you won't use. And then the other one, which I have again recommended countless times, is the Super Nudes from Charlotte Tilbury. So this one's a little bit more dramatic, obviously, but you have, you know, kind of more of a cool toned, light smoky trio right here, and then more of a warm, mid-toned trio right there. So you get a black and a light as well, so just a little bit more versatility with this one, but a really wonderful pocket-sized palette with both of these. Now, if you really want a palette and you really want something that has multiple shades and just the ability to have some more flexibility with your eyeshadows, then I would say it is worth the investment, and it's my favorite like eyeshadow palette that I own right now and it's been my favorite for a few years. The Natasha Denona Biba palette. I dropped mine tragically and I am missing a shade, but this is Natasha's neutral palette, and you also get a good selection in terms of finishes in this palette. The Natasha Denona palette's obviously investment pieces, but the Biba is one that I think you'd actually get use out of every single shade. I'm not going to really touch too deep on these because I don't think it's, again, that, you know, deep of a subject in terms of the makeup products, but I do think you need a brown eyeliner and a black eyeliner. I would personally recommend gel formulas because they tend to be longer wearing and they'll just get you through more situations or events, I don't know. It'll get you through more things in life because you won't have to do eyeliner touch-ups, and you can just wear them for longer periods of time, even in areas such as the tight and the waterline. So I personally really like the ones from Mario. They're really creamy and there's no tugging. Perfect brown and super black. Very much staples in my makeup collection, as well as the Mario brightening pencil in light 1. This is often the shade that I use on the waterline. It's just an essential. I mean, like, if you ever have a day where you're feeling a little bit more drab, you can stick this in the waterline and it's just gonna give you that instantaneous, like, bright, wide awake look, and it also makes your eyes look bigger as well. Let's talk about mascaras. So first thing actually I want to recommend is a mascara primer. This is from Lancome. It's the Cils Booster XL. This is a white mascara primer, and this can make anything look good. So if you have a mascara that you feel like isn't particularly impactful on your lashes, you just feel like it's not really putting in the work, or you don't notice that much of a difference and you just don't love the formula, but maybe you spent a lot of money on the mascara and you don't want to waste it. So use this as the base and it will really just transform any mascara. I've said it before, you could use this with the $3 Wet n Wild mascara and you'd be like, what? It just gives you more wispiness, more length, more volume, and it gives you more of a strip lash effect and just really transforms any mascara that you put on top of it. So it's really wonderful. The two mascaras that have really withstood the test of time and been favorites for many years. The first is no surprise, the Dior Show Waterproof. This has that beautiful larger than life mega bristle brush, and it just gives you the most wonderful, wearable, dramatic lashes. So this is for someone who loves a wispy, almost strip lash effect. One from Ilia, but it's actually not the fullest volumizing mascara because I haven't used that one as long. The Ilia Limitless mascara is exceptional. If you like more of a clean kind of like lash extension effect and you like a lot of length and very noticeable separation and definition in the lashes with very minimal wispiness, then this is for you. I love this. I think this gives you like sky high length and clean, you know, separated lashes. So another favorite, drastically different mascaras though, but really great. As far as brows go, I really only think you need one brow pencil. I don't really find myself, you know, mixing mediums when it comes to brow pencils. I tend to really like one at a time. And the one that I've really been enjoying the most consistently has been the Mario Master Blade Brow Pencil. What I really like about this brow pencil is the unique formula. So this one is not really like any other brow pencils. It's almost powdery, and powdery is such a good way to describe this pencil, because when you're applying it, the way the color actually moves through the brows when you're spooling it, it just disperses so evenly. You don't get splotches of color in the brows like you can with other brow pencils. I find this to just be very user friendly, and you can get anywhere from, you know, maximum intensity and definition in your brows all the way to just barely there soft deposits of colors throughout the brows. So it's really exceptional in that sense, to where you can really create the brow of your dreams with this pencil. And when it comes to brow gels, I have two recommendations. I'm not going to recommend the Anastasia Brow Freeze, because I feel like every time I recommend it, a lot of you have said you really don't like it. So I decided to go, even though that's my personal favorite, I'm just going to tell you right now, Anastasia Brow Freeze all the way. But I decided to recommend to you two more traditional brow gels. So the first is going to be Glossier Boy Brow. I think that this one is a staple brow gel because it has more of a waxy pomade formula. So it's going to give you this visibly plump, kind of, I don't want to use the word like clumpy looking brow, more kind of like feathery. It's going to give you like a natural pomade feathery brow, and it just has a really nice, easy to use formula. It comes in different shades. You can get clear or a shade that matches your hair color, and a really nice tiny little spoolie brush to apply the product. The other one is Kosas Air Brow. So while Glossier Boy Brow is pomade and waxy, Kosas Air Brow is much more gel-like and almost sets down to more of a hairspray finish on the brow hairs. So Glossier is going to give you a little bit more of that flexible, like I said, pomade finish. This one's going to give you more of like a hairspray that you would put in your hair. I feel like that's how this sets the brows down. So you have a little bit more control over what exactly you want the brow to look like. I find this to be more shaping brow hair friendly. It comes in colored shades, or it comes in clear as well. So you can really take your pick. And I also find the Kosas one to be absolutely one of the best shaded brow gels to use when you don't even want to use a pencil and you just want some color in your brows. I would give it to the Kosas one. It always looks really natural, and I often find myself, you know, skipping out on brow pencil and just using this one. Eyeshadow primer is up to your own discretion. I personally am on and off with it, but a really good standby is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I've been using it for years. This is going to create a barrier between your eyelid oils and the eyeshadow that you put on top of it, so that you are less prone to the eyeshadow migrating into the crease of your eye throughout the day and the oils from your eyelids for breaking down your eyeshadow. Oftentimes it can also make your eyeshadow formula perform better and make your eyeshadows look a little bit more impactful. So it's definitely something nice to have, although it may not be something that you find yourself using every single day. As far as lip pencils go, I really only think you truly need one or two, because you can wear a nude lip pencil with any lip color, but it also functions a lot more practical for day to day because you'll use it every single day. So both of these are long wear formulas that withstand eating, drinking. They just last a lot longer. So Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, such a beautiful fleshy nude color, perfect for overlining your lips and really cheating the size of them. And then 1993 from Urban Decay, another long-standing favorite of mine, just a beautiful kind of like more mid-tone brown that's really great for overlining as well. You need one red. Find your shade, find your formula, find the red that you like, but red lipstick, in my opinion, is like one of the ultimate accessories. It just looks so phenomenal as like the statement piece. You don't even have to be wearing jewelry or anything. Just a good red lip. So I have two favorites. I have Dragon Girl from NARS, which is, again, like just been one of my favorites for so many years, but it is beautiful. And I love the NARS matte lip pencils. They're just so easy to use, very purse friendly, touch up friendly as well. And then we have and then Beso from Stila. I feel like back when I first started my YouTube channel, this was all I talked about. This is a liquid lip, but the Stila liquid lips are very comfortable. They're not, you know, annoying, and I tend to put like a little bit of lip balm on with them just so it's a little bit more comfortable, but I do love the Stila liquid lip, and this is one of the only liquid lips you will ever see me recommending. Find your favorite lipstick shade, one that you will actually wear every single day. I don't know where my full size is, so I have one of my minis, Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria. I've recommended this to you countless times. It is so beautiful, and it is like my shade. Like I love wearing this. I get happy when I put this on. I feel like it just makes my face, and this line from Charlotte Tilbury, they're all beautiful. So maybe if Very Victoria is not your favorite shade, you could find one that works for you better for every day, but I feel like this is a very comfortable everyday lipstick formulation from Charlotte. I'm gonna recommend two different lip gloss formulas. So the first is gonna be the Fenty Gloss Bombs. Classic at this point, like these are just one of the most beautiful formulated lip glosses ever. They're juicy, they're ultra wet. There is a shade in here for everybody. You have the original Fenty Gloss Bombs, the Fenty Gloss Bomb Creams, and then you also have the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heats, which I personally love. Those are her plumping glosses. And then the other one is a little bit more new to me, but I am honestly blown away at how much this actually plumps my lips visibly and like smooths them out. It's the Plumping Smoothing Nourishing Gloss from Lawless. This is from the Forget the Filler line. This one's in the shade Rosy Outlook, and I just like, I love these glosses. All the shades that I've tried, I'm like, how did she formulate this to where it actually looks like your lips are so much more visibly plump? They get like smoothed out to where you don't really see the lines in your lips either. It's just such a wonderful formula, and I love, love, love her doe foot. It's got like a little bit of a curve to it, so when you're putting it on your lips, it just feels like it's giving your lips a little hug. All right, setting sprays. I'm gonna recommend two. Now this first one is actually geared towards increasing longevity. I promise you that this will make your makeup last, like withstand the test of time and different scenarios that you happen to put it through. I can't recommend it enough. The Airbrush Flawless setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Phenomenal. It actually works. It actually makes my makeup last so much longer. My personal technique with this product is I put this on first thing before any primer, and then I do a second layer after I've finished all of my liquid products before I start powdering, and then I do a third layer as like my final spritz. It's like a 3-layer sandwich, and I kid you not, your makeup will last from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. It's incredible, and I've only had this one bottle. It's like the never-ending bottle of setting spray, and I use it so much. And then the other one is my favorite like luminous setting spray, which I have again been recommending for years, and that's how I know it's one of my capsule makeup products. It's the Tatcha Dewy Luminous. It's moisturizing. It leaves a really nice milky glisten on the skin. It just makes products perform better, in my opinion. Like, it makes things blend out and look a little bit more creamy, and just really gives you that like quintessential Tatcha facial skin. Like, it really just makes your skin look so beautiful, so glowy, really healthy, and just beautiful. The Tatcha Dewy Luminous Skin really gives me like that beautiful glow from within, healthy, lovely looking skin, and I absolutely adore the Tatcha Dewy Luminous Skin Finish. Alright, so there you have it, my capsule makeup collection. So these are the products that I recommend to you if you are feeling a little bit lost and you don't really know what types of products you need to really start the base of a makeup collection that you can do any look with. This is where I would start. Not all these products at once, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is really what I feel like all you need to do everything for day-to-day life and, you know, going out and having fun and creating different looks. So if you have any questions about any of these products, please feel free to leave some comments down below. I will always do my best to get back to you and help you. Other than that, I would love it so much if you would subscribe, if you come follow me on Instagram or on TikTok. and let me know any other type of like makeup collection type of videos you want to see, like any more starter kits or maybe like a springtime makeup bag video. Just leave it down below and I will get back to you. So thank you so much for watching this one. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really do hope that you found it helpful as well. Bye everyone.